All right. Are we live? Live? All right. We're live already? Okay, cool. Alrighty, I would imagine that we have a good amount of viewers already online. So give it a few more seconds just in case people are still joining. Okay, I think we're good. So hello everyone again. Roger here, and I'm with NiSi Optics USA and Explorer Photo and Video. So NiSi Optics, we curate the hub over here on long exposure shots, and we're actually going to be talking about some new products that we have recently released. One of them being the new smartphone iPhone filter mounts, the IPA holder that has a new redesigned mount. So it's gonna be really cool. And then the new square filter holder, which is the successor to the P1, which is now the P2 square filter holder system. So I'm going to unbox each one of these, and I'm going to run through the features and show you how it all works and the benefits of it all. So now we're going to start with the smartphone cinema kit, which is for circular filters. So right out of the gate, when you open it up, you get a nice little pouch with it. We'll put this down. You get a nice pouch, and it's got this elastic band on the back that you can hold your the actual device that attaches to the phone. Now again, this is a bayonet style mount, so there's no threads at all with this specific mount, and it's all pressure. It mounts via pressure, so this little thumb screw here tightens it onto the phone itself. So, I'll go ahead and mount this. So I recommend you definitely mount this sideways. And then you're going to want to play around with it and make sure that you're not getting any vignetting. You shouldn't be getting any vignetting without a case on the iPhone 12s and up. It does work with older iPhones as well. But you are going to want to play with the placement of the holder itself. And, make sure you don't over tighten, but these screens are pretty robust and strong. So you can add a little pressure so that it doesn't move around as you're attaching the filters and whatnot. But that's how it looks, just the base of the holder itself, what we call the IPA, not the beers, but the holder. And that's how that mounts. And then inside the case here for the cinema kit, we have the 1:5 true color ND-VARIO. So this gives you 1 to 5 stops of filter density, and it rotates just like it does on our standard threaded filters. You get 1 to 5 stops. And again, the great thing about it, it's all bayonet mount style. So there's little notches, 3 notches on the back here that you line up with the holder itself. And all you got to do, once you kind of get it lined up, you just twist and it's locked on. So it's ready to go. And then, you can start making your adjustments there. So that is the true color ND-VARIO that comes with the cinema kit. It also includes the black mist filter. It's the 1/4 black mist, which again is great for a lot of street style photography, videography, YouTubing and stuff like that. YouTubing for YouTubers. And it mounts the exact same way. It has the 3 notches, and it mounts via the same mounting system, which is a bayonet again. So you just kind of line it up, you find, and then it's stackable. So right now I have the true color 1 to 5 ND-VARIO, the black mist, and then there's another filter on here as well, in here I should say, which is the gold Allure Streak. This filter here is really cool. It mimics the look of a anamorphic lens. So when you have a very strong point of light, it gives you that really nice long streak of light. So it mimics that anamorphic look without having to spend thousands of dollars on an actual anamorphic lens. So this is a really cool a filter that adds a little extra pop to your videos, and some production value to it. So it's really cool. Again, it all mounts, it's all stackable. So right now I'm running all 3 filters: True Color 1:5 ND-VARIO, 1/4 Black Mist, and the Allure Streak Gold. And you shouldn't get, there's no vignetting on this, even with the filters stacked. Does it vignette on the wide? With the 2 filters, right? On the wide angle, you will start seeing some vignetting when you have 2 filters stacked, but running a single filter, you won't get any vignetting on any of the lenses. And then again, this is another Allure Blue. This is the Blue Streak. So this will give you blue streaks of light that mimic that same anamorphic look, as opposed to the gold here. So you just get different options. So that's what comes with the Cinema Kit for the new bayonet style mount filters for iPhones. The difference between the Cinema Kit and the Filmmaker Kit is that with the Filmmaker Kit, you only get the 1:5 stop True Color ND-VARIO and the 1/4 Black Mist. So that's all you get. You still get the same, you get the pouch, but you don't get the Allure Blue streaks with it. And it all detaches very, very easily. So here, I can remove each lens pretty quickly and easily. So that's pretty much the entire system. It just comes apart very, very easily. Now, I do want to mention that it's best used without a phone case. Every case differs a little bit, so some are thicker than others. The thicker the case is, the more it's going to extend the filter holder away from the lens elements, which is going to introduce vignetting. So you might find yourself kind of battling vignetting across different focal lengths on the phone. So in order to avoid that kind of that hassle, I recommend that you shoot without a phone case. But it is compatible with phone cases for those who are afraid to use their iPhone without any kind of protection. So that is possible, but just keep in mind that you're probably going to be battling a little bit of vignetting depending on what lens you're using. So that sums up the circular filters that we have. Next, I'm going to talk about the new P2 filter holder system, which is, again, the successor to the older P1 mobile phone filter holder. It still uses the same 40mm wide ND filters as the P1. It just has a new bayonet mount similar to this. So I'm going to go over that. This same base here is compatible with the P2 as well. So all of these pieces, for the most part, are relatively interchangeable, except, of course, you can't add the square filters without the P2 holder itself. So I'm going to jump into that one real quick. So this is the landscape kit specifically, which comes with a 6-stop, a medium 3-stop, a polarizer, and of course the square filter holder itself. So same exact pouch. It's got that same elastic in the back that keeps the actual holder in place and tucks away really nicely. So I already have it on from the previous version, so I don't need that one right now. You open it up and you get all your little filters. So this is the 3-stop medium grad. This is the polarizer. And this is the 6-stop ND filter. And of course, the main piece that we need to actually use these square filters is the new P2 filter holder. What's nice about it is that this ring here, it's really nice and wide, so you get a nice grip to be able to install it onto the phone itself. Again, the same exact bayonet style mount. You line them up, and then it attaches very easily. And the filter holder itself can rotate very freely and easily. It's really smooth to make those adjustments. So it's really cool. This holder accommodates 2 filters at the same time. And again, you get no vignetting with 2 filters on this one, right? Even with 2 filters being used on the wide angle lens, you get no vignetting on it. So it's really, really cool to be able to have those options on the new iPhone phones with ultra wide angle lenses. So now I'm going to go ahead and insert some of these filters. So this is Again, this is the 6-stop ND filter. Very tiny, really small. Again, this is all optical glass. So this isn't plastic, this isn't resin, this is actual optical glass. So it's basically a miniature version of our standard optical line. So you're going to get really sharp photos using these filters here. So the 2 slots, it slides right in. And the nice thing is these have side pressure points, just like our V7 kits, or even our larger S6 filter holders. They use side retainers that press onto the filters from the side rather than scratching the front and the back of the filter. It just adds pressure from the sides, and you can always make your adjustments. And if you want to use your graduated filter, you go ahead and insert that into the secondary slot. So, 1 second. It goes in, slides in. Make sure, there you go. And you can always line up the horizon on the your photograph with the horizon of the filter itself. You basically just need to rotate it if you need it at a 90-degree angle, 45-degree, whatever angle you need it at. You can easily rotate the filter holder itself. So this also allows you to make adjustments to your polarization. So if you're just using the polarizer and the ND filter, then you can rotate it to get the polarization levels to where you want them or need them to be. So all of these pieces can be bought as kits, or they can be bought individually. Everything can be bought a la carte. Now, another thing I want to mention is that with, when you're out and about, sometimes you just want to be able to easily move about. So we have the Explorer MX mag mount that is compatible with iPhone 12 and up, I believe. Introduced the mag mount onto the back of the iPhones. So this here is the Explorer MX mag, which you can go to explorerphotovideo.com and pick up this MX mag mount. It's Arca Swiss compatible, and I'm using the Explorer. Which model is this one? I forget. This is the GX kit, yeah. So it's all Arca Swiss compatible. That's the cool thing about all Explorer products, is that they all have Arca Swiss mounts on them. So they're going to be compatible with your current L brackets, if you have any, or any Arca Swiss plates that you might already own. It's easily compatible with this. And with the MX mag, you can easily go from portrait to from portrait to landscape very, very easily, and it's extremely tough. It's strong. You can, rest assured that your iPhone's going to rest easy and firmly on the MX mag. And with all these accessories, it makes it super easy to just go from one kit to the next. So I'm going to go ahead and let me get rid of this right here. I'll be able to grab the filter, remove this. There you go. And if I wanted to use the 1 to 5 stop, I'll just go ahead, line it up. And now I'm using the 1 to 5 on the phone. So again, very robust, very cool, very easy way to just kind of run and gun as a vlogger. If you're doing YouTube videos, you don't want to carry on a bulky DSLR or mirrorless. As small as mirrorless are, you can't beat how small and low profile a phone is. And nowadays, these phones have extremely good quality that really on YouTube can rival a lot of what the bigger cameras can do. And some of these bigger cameras can be overkill. So having this option with all these awesome adapters and filters to be able to use to elevate your production is really going to go a long way. So if you have any questions, feel free to jot them down. I don't know if anyone's asked any questions so far.
What finds is it compatible with?
So this is compatible with iPhones and pretty much any iPhone. It fits best on the newer iPhone 12s. I found that it fits really well. I'm kind of a dinosaur. I'm still using an old XS Max. And it works really well, but I have to finagle with it a little bit because of the placement of the camera. It's a lot closer to the edge. So it kind of hangs out a little bit more than I would prefer. So it works best with the newer iPhones, but it's pretty much compatible with any iPhone. And it might, even though it's marketed as an iPhone add-on, it could work for certain Android phones as well, so long as the camera placement is similar to the iPhones as well. So we don't have an exact list of which ones it's going to work, primo with, but it's, you can always, if it doesn't work out, you can always, unfortunately, return it if it comes down to that. But we just don't have a very specific list to which Android phones it works, but it can work with Android phones if the placement is correct. Any other questions?
The MX Mag, what frames does that work with?
So the MX Mag, anything that's magnetic. So it'll work with all iPhones, but yeah, I know you can also purchase MX Mag cases that, this is not an MX Mag case, but if your phone doesn't support or have the MX Mag mount on the back, I know you can buy add-ons that are attached to the case itself. Well, I know they have these stickies that you purchase it and then it sticks the magnet on top. So you can always buy aftermarket MX Mag accessories as well. It'll work with them also.
Just repeat the question so they can hear. How much are the different iPhone kits?
So the question was, how much are the different kits for the iPhone? So the one that I brought out, this is the landscape kit, which uses the P2 filter holder system. This one starts at, it's $69.99.
Filmmaker is $149.
And the Filmmaker Kit is $149.99.
The cinema is $199.
And the cinema is $199. Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So I don't think we're getting any more questions. So thank you everyone for joining. And again, go to NiSiOpticsUSA.com to check out these new filter systems, and go to ExplorePhotoVideo.com to check out the MX Mag mount and all of our other accessories as well, tripods, LED lights. We got tons of stuff there. So yeah, check it out. NiSiOpticsUSA.com, ExplorePhotoVideo.com.